Hi guys, hello everybody. This is the king of the barbecue. And I want to talk about a little bit of issues of technology and geopolitics and what else? Oh yeah, healthcare and sciences. Well, it caught my attention the conversation about the GPT-3 and OpenAI. As many of you might know, OpenAI is a like platform where programmers collaborate in a copyleft way. Apparently, it was released in 2020. In 2020, OpenAI released for the first time GPT-3, which means generative pre-trained transformer. It's a kind of program that will, using our algorithms of artificial intelligence, it will make a conversation simulating a human being, but applying artificial intelligence. So it is an open platform for programmers, but also recently it has been released free for users, so you can create your own account. How does it work? Well, you just have to register yourself by putting your email address, and then with that you can enter the platform. They will use your data to try to improve and make the system as perfect as possible. So the first thing you do when you enter the platform, you go to what is called the playground. And in the playground, you have a model of a chatbot where you can talk to, who you can talk to. And it's quite interesting because it's like something playful. If you want, you can ask to the system whatever you want. All the people that is focused into technology is now talking boomly about everything that has to do with this GPT-3. And the most striking thing is that they explain that, I don't remember, but I think they say Facebook took like 1 year to come to 1 million users. And this time to come to the 1 million users was becoming shorter and shorter and shorter as long as you were using the technology. So when it comes to other programs like, let's say, Pinterest, it took like 6 months to come to 1 million users, which is half of the time that it took to come to 1 million users for Facebook. And at the same time, when it comes to Instagram, it took around like 1.5 months to come to 1 million users, which is approximately 30% of the time that it took to come to 1 million users for Pinterest. And the same when it comes to, well, in the case of GPT-3 and OpenAI GPT-3, the 1 million users was reached in only, yes, 5 days. Well, this is striking and surprising, especially considering that the technology is advancing so fast. If we think that the first release of Facebook as a website was in only 2005, less than 20 years ago. And since then, in 2007, the first iPhone was released to the market. And now we are in 2023, and a full robotic system is released to the market with the capacity of talking with you, passing the Turing test. The Turing test, as many of you might know, is a test where you have to check the answers on one end. The user checks the answer from the other end, and the user doesn't know if in the other end there is a computer or if there is a person. And the moment you cannot differentiate if there is a computer on the other side or if there is a person, in that moment the Turing test was passed. This machine, the GPT-3, would pass the Turing test very easily. Talking about progress in technology, more than users, more than when we think about the phones, there is a guy, Swedish by the way, called Nick Bostrom. He wrote a book called Superintelligence. He has an institute called Institute for the Future of Humanity. Well, he's kind of a philosopher, sociologist, focused on technological problems and progress. And one of his main matters or issues is how is the human being going to be able to control artificial intelligence? Because the moment artificial intelligence comes to a human level, it will be able to control us and lure us into doing what it wants. Well, Nick Bostrom explains in a very easy way that the system of artificial intelligence will advance like a train, which means that initially you will have simple algorithms where they will do only basic things that will be like very automated, and there will not be any flexibility in the system. But later the system will perfection itself and it will come to the level of, let's say, a rat. So you will compare the intelligence of this system to a rat looking for an outway in a maze, looking for food into a maze, trying to escape from menaces and stuff. Later the system will continue growing until it will come to the level of, let's say, a monkey, a chimpanzee, which is still not human level, but very close to it, because it will have certain capacities and understandings and implications. And in the end, it will come to human level. But what's the problem? When the system comes to human level, the train doesn't stop there. The train continues. So from coming from a very, very rudimentary algorithm to a basic instinctive level of intelligence like a rat, coming to the level of intelligence of a primate, and later coming to human intelligence, the system will continue advancing as a train, and it will come to what is called superintelligence, where the system will be suprahuman, and we will be, if we don't take care of how the system advances, dominated by it. Well, how is the interaction? Well, the playground, in that place, you will write and you will have answers which are very curious, by the way. I asked to the GPT-3 how was his name, and he didn't give me any name. I asked her or him if he would pass the Turing test, and it says that hopefully he will pass it with honors. Then I asked him what is the difference between the playground and the GPT-3 chatbot, the chat GPT-3, which is, it explained that is way more advanced than the common playground. It will give more specific questions. It will be more fine-tuned and adjusted to the kind of conversation that you are having with it. It doesn't make a difference. The playground says that he is the same entity than the chat GPT-3, which in which I, by the way, couldn't enter because it was overwhelmed with the number of users. So I couldn't, I just registered my email, and they told me that when the GPT-3 chat is available, they will send me an email. So when it comes to the instructions that you give to the system to have answers, I can tell you that the more specifics are the instruction, the better will be the answers. In this case, just to get an example of it and the level of performance, I gave a very, very specific instruction. I told to the system, okay, write me right now a scientific article about the benefits of fasting in the different ways, based in medical evidence and with physiologic explanations about the benefits of fasting. And at the same time, this essay must be more than 1,000 words. I just typed the prompt in the screen, and in less than 3 seconds, the machine started writing and writing and writing and writing, and threw me like 4 or 5 paragraphs explaining clearly about the benefits of fasting. And in each one of the paragraphs, there were references with numbers. So at the end, when I was reading the full essay, which was amazing, unbelievable that it can be generated in such a fast way and so accurately, I was surprised, because I say this can be published right now in any magazine and it will be accepted. I asked the system, okay, now give me the references, because I see that you put numbers there in each one of the paragraphs. And the machine gave me numbers. The machine gave me 20 different references of 20 different medical journals and organizations like the World Health Organization about all the statements that were named in that essay, which is amazing. That's why leads to a question. is it only level human information, level human interaction? It looks like it is something more. It looks like an oracle. You know, an oracle is a wisdom, a pool of wisdom, a person that is wise, that you will come to ask for anything and he will give you answers. So, in my opinion, the GPT-3 platform is the closest way to a technological oracle. You can ask about anything and the machine will answer to you right away, okay? To the point that nowadays Google is trying to come up in the competition with that because they realize that they are gonna die if they just leave this robot to continue advancing, because the search engines will not be enough. We are coming to another level where we will have human interaction and specific fields in which we can look for answers without having to go through 1 million different outputs from a search engine. So is it an oracle? My opinion is right now yes, but it will depend. It will depend on things. Why? Because it will depend on who managed that oracle. The people that has the control of the system is the people that will tell us which are the answers that we deserve to know. So that's why people like Elon Musk and Bill Gates already invested zillions of dollars in this OpenAI platform, and his CEO Sam Altman say that initially they wanted to do it like for free and free of profit, but now they are going like one stake of the platform will belong to the people that is investing on it. In the case of Microsoft, they invested more than $1 billion in the platform. So listening to people that knows a lot about this also, I got to know that the theory or the projection is that in the future, each one of us will have his or her own artificial intelligence protecting the person, because there will be more than one. The idea that there will be a singularity, which is like the level of artificial intelligence that overcomes the human capacity and comes to magnanimous technological power, will not be only one. There will be many artificial intelligence when we come to singularity, and it will depend on who owns the artificial intelligence. That's why we will need to have our own systems of artificial intelligence to protect ourselves from other artificial intelligence that will dominate us or try to dominate us or control us. Okay, that's all for today, and I hope you like King of Barbecue.